I am a faculty member at the Center for Social Sector Leadership at the UC Berkeley Haas School of Business. I have been an academic my entire career studying successful nonprofit networks. It's been over 2 decades now, and I've had the privilege of studying all these fantastic networks, both foundations and nonprofit organizations, and what the common threads are, what the core lessons of these successful networks, and really distilled simple principles. Counterintuitive, though, because they challenge some of the norms in the philanthropic sector that dominate. So that's what my article is about. And I published the piece in Foundation Review because I know philanthropy is such a powerful lever in affecting social change work. And there's so much talent and resources that I wanted to share the wisdom that I learned as a researcher from these shining examples and help bring those examples into the world of practice, because that has always been my goal as an academic, is to support leaders to do their best work and to have the greatest impact that they possibly can have. So it's been wonderful to be part of the Foundation Review community. What really energizes me in the work in the field is that, having had the privilege of studying successful networks for so long, I've really been inspired by these unsung heroes who've been the catalysts of bringing together different players, sometimes even former competitors, and working with them on equal footing, being very humble players, working with community and trying to build community as a primary objective of their work, whether they were in nonprofit organizations or in foundations. And really, I think there's an opportunity, a tremendous opportunity for a culture change in social impact work that's less about individual organizations and their strategies and kind of that traditional linear approach to how do we look to communities to see what their needs are and enable them to build the solutions and equip them with local capacity. In so many communities, there's so much energy and talent and resources already being deployed. My wish is that funders could look to what's already succeeding in communities and put support into those existing successes, rather than trying to create new entities or new collaborations that they can label and name just for their own sake, but rather saying, where's the social capital and energy in the communities that's really working and solving problems? How can we enable that? And that's where a lot of this work on networks has been interesting to me, because it's a very bottoms up approach. It's not kind of a prepackaged solution that experts or people with advanced degrees have researched or formulated. In fact, my research really has only emerged because I've been able to study people in the field who've done great work building community amongst fellow human beings. When I say this network work, sometimes people think it's complicated or it's innovative or it's hard to do, but it really is just human to human connection. It's relationships. And the more you put people who are high integrity, trustworthy, and committed to a shared goal, and then you build relationships amongst them, great things will happen. And it doesn't need to be orchestrated or forced, nor do you need to incentivize it with carrots and sticks. So my hope is that there will be more work in the spirit of how do we change that culture? Because this culture that I'm describing in my work is certainly one that's more human. It's more around community and relationships. And what makes all of us tick is that validation, being part of something greater than ourselves, being part of a community that cares, and mutual support and respect. And I think that's already happening in our world. And I'd love to just continue to shine a light on that. I'd love more people to start thinking about how to do that, and enabling funders in particular, because there's such a powerful force in the social impact space to begin enabling that as well.